Welcome to another year at Hogwarts. And I am your professor, Professor Batman. I'm joking, guys. But yes, I'm Batman here to give you an awesome LEGO review based off of one of my all-time favorite stories, the Harry Potter series. I'm giving you guys the brand new Harry Potter Great Hall LEGO set. This set is absolutely remarkable. It comes with 10 minifigures and a ton of awesome details. This LEGO set is 878 pieces, and it costs around $100 in the US. And it's fantastic, and what can we say about this set? Now, the reason it's called the Great Hall is it has the Great Hall, which I will give you the inside details in a couple moments, and it has the side tower along the Great Hall, which people believe to be Dumbledore's office. He could be right off Connect there. This set comes with 10 fantastic minifigures. We got 4 students in a boat: Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Susan Bones. A lot of you might not realize this, but Susan Bones was actually one of the students that was getting sorted into Hogwarts house when Harry, Ron, and Hermione were being sorted. So it's kind of nice to include her in the set as a little fan fiction for the big fans out there like me. She was placed in Hufflepuff. And we got Draco Malfoy right over here. And I'm talking minifigures first. We have Albus Dumbledore. This is actually the best representation of Richard Harris's Dumbledore. Now, why Richard Harris, you ask? If you look really closely at the Professor Dumbledore minifigure, he has on all red, which he wore in Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. The Michael Gambon Dumbledore is all purple. He's my favorite personally, but you gotta give respect to the original Dumbledore, Richard Harris. And then we have Rubeus Hagrid, which he's actually brick built. So he comes in 4 pieces. The body, the legs, and the head, and the hair. And the lamp is absolutely fantastic. And he's not wearing his pink umbrella. Dang it, I forgot the pink umbrella. Pink umbrella is exclusive to this set as part of Hagrid, which is very cool. Now, over here, we have Minerva McGonagall with legs, and she looks absolutely fantastic. And for some of you big Harry Potter fans out there like myself, we finally get the return of Professor Quirrell. Quirrelius? I forgot his first name. And if you look really closely, I'm going to bring this up a little bit so I can take control of Quirrell for a second. So this is the front. And if you turn the head, he who must not be named. Ooh, don't want him as your professor. But I have got to say, though, the turban looks fantastic. The last time Professor Quirrell made an appearance was back in 2001 when he was doing the final challenge LEGO set with Harry Potter himself. So it's actually a huge honor to have him in this set. And he is not standing up, so I'm going to stick him right there. That's actually better. And, of course, and I'm sorry I got to go off negative here, but we have the Basilisk. Now, I'm sorry to be a downer here, but I feel like the Basilisk does not work in the set like this. Now, if we had a Lego-sized Chamber of Secrets, then it will work very well. It's just like, okay, so is there a snake attacking the Great Hall and stuff? I'm like, what's the point of having the Basilisk? I feel like it's a few pieces waste. Ace. So if we could take down and drop the price a little bit. But you know what? More building means more adventure. So you could reenact Harry fighting the Basilisk if you want early on. There is supposed to be a rumored Chamber of Secrets set out for next year, so that'll be very exciting to get, and I cannot wait to review that if it's possible. I don't want to get your high hopes up, anyone. So, now that you've seen the boat, oh, by the way, this boat does not float, so don't even think about putting it in the sink or your bathtub. So now that we got the minifigures, oh my gosh, I forgot one. Nearly Headless Nick. I decided to take the head because given that he's a ghost, I figured just put the head on his hand. Because you can't really do a half head off of a Lego minifigure. There's no way possible. So there's the outside of the Great Hall. Now the inside, this is what you guys want to see. Dang it, the dot keeps popping off. Oh, and we got Draco Malfoy there. So let's take a look inside the Great Hall. Now I'm on the opposite side of the hall, so it's a little bit hard to see. But what I can tell you that this is the best style Great Hall that we have got through all the themings that it went through. The Great Hall was shown, I believe, 4 times in all the Harry Potter or waves of Lego. But this is high and out the best detail. It's a little hard for me to see, so I'm going to try to do my best to explain it. Down here, we got the tables. Now, we actually have all 4 tables, which is fantastic. So, if you want, you could place one of your minifigures, like, right down in here, which is cool. I'll stick them down there for more decoration. And we got broomsticks. You got all this food that you can eat. And if you look really closely, we have a fireplace. There's a fireplace in the very back. It's absolutely fantastic. And a really cool function. Well, the chandelier actually looks way better than it did before because you got all these brand new fire pieces, which looks absolutely amazing. And a really cool function is you can decide which combination you want the houses to win this year. So you can have either Ravenclaw or Slytherin teaming up. You can have Gryffindor versus Slytherin, which everybody says is the standards, but we can't forget Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. You can have Gryffindor and Ravenclaw compete against each other, which is really nice for the House Cup. Or you can have Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw, which is nice. The only issue is because these have stickers on them, you can't really have Slytherin versus Ravenclaw or Gryffindor versus Hufflepuff because then the stickers would not really work. So that's the only downside. But the possibilities are fantastic. Now, I know some people think it's okay, but I really get a kick out of seeing the window style right here because it adds more depth. It adds like a deep cut into the building with the side of when the window is popping out. So you go off on an angle or to give like the Great Hall more space, and then you come out of that angle. So it's nice to have, I mean, I don't know if I should say big bruise or a giant wart, but that's the only way to really explain this little section. But it is an absolutely fantastic style, and I love how they do the windows in this set. It's on this style, the Great Hall is absolutely fantastic. Now, you can't really have a Great Hall without an extra side building, and this is the tower that connects to the Great Hall. It's a little hard to see what's in there when I am on this side, because I can only see the outside. But if you... I'm going to try and figure this out a little bit, so forgive me. I'm going to put the box down for more details. And we got the direction book here for if you guys want to see. If you guys look right here, we got a little stairway that's going up to a couple classrooms. We have ourselves a little potions classroom right here, which is really nice. Got some potions. And I believe this is supposed to be Dumbledore's office because we have a little chest and the sorting hat right there. And there's a spider. This is actually the brand new spider pieces, which you have seen in one of my earlier videos, Aragog's Lair. Excellent set. And the spiders look absolutely fantastic. They look so much better than the original old spiders. They look more realistic. And then we got the Mirror of Eris set. Now this is really, really cool. You can pop the Mirror of Eris set out, and before I explain what's back here, don't get your hopes up too yet. You can there's 4 ways of styles you could do this. You can take this little piece off, and then you can have Harry with his family, because the Mayor of Erised, it shows exactly what you desire, what you want, in the most valuable thing. Or you could just see Dumbledore holding a good pair of woolly socks, which he is very happy of how he is. Or, if you want to take this out, you can have Ron Weasley as head boy and Quidditch captain holding the Quidditch cup, which is very neat. Or you can have the disastrous Quirrell holding the Sorcerer's Stone, because he's being controlled by he who must not be named, or fast way of saying it, you know who. So that's a really nice style there. And if you look up here in the tower, you got Fawkes the Phoenix, which is fantastic. You got Dumbledore and his bird, and that's pretty much it. The tower has a lot of brand new pieces, and the style is really fantastic. So, if I could get this in here, oops. There we go. I forget that. So that's the Great Hall. We got everything here. 878 pieces. The design is absolutely fantastic. A lot of hard work went into creating this set. I really gotta appreciate LEGO knocking it out of the park on this one, because they really did a superb job at making a very cool theming Great Hall with all the food and the characters. Like I said, it's $100, but it has 10 minifigures. It's absolutely fun. Your imagination will just soar when you buy this set. So I recommend you pick one up at your local Kroger, Target, Toys R Us. I don't have those anymore. The mall, Kmart, anywhere you can find one of these. So I recommend you guys go out and buy this one, because it is a whole lot of fun. Well worth the money spent. Hope you guys have a great time using your imagination. Batman is out.